Our next question comes from Sarah P. Now, this one's a little bit of a long one, but we thought it would be smart to include it because there's one piece of information in here that Robert really resonated with, and I'll call that one out. Sarah says, I'm trying to figure out what to do next with my financial planning. I own 3 rental properties that produce $3,170 a month. I have $1.2 million in equity in my primary residence. That's Robert's part there. I have $70K in my 401k. I just opened a brokerage account, not quite sure how to use it. I have a Roth IRA, $30K in savings. Sarah's doing a lot of different things right now, right? Sarah is all across the board. However, Sarah said she's in the process of getting divorced and she's planning to retire in about 10 years. Now, she's thinking about selling her home, paying off the $160,000 she still owes, and buying a smaller home to live in while also purchasing a couple investment properties. Robert, I know you talk a lot about the sort of dead money that is the equity in primary residences. Can you kind of re-explain that to people listening right now, as well as give Sarah some advice?
Yes, I love this. And the biggest takeaway for me is to step back a little bit on this whole scenario. Great question. And thanks for laying it out for us, Sarah. But, I would first be concerned with where is the money going to go to from the equity in the home if you sell it prior to the divorce? Is the house in your name? If it is, does your soon to be ex have any rights to those funds? And so on and so on. So assuming that said person does not have rights to those funds, then definitely I love the idea of selling this home, getting all that equity out of it so you can get it working. Because when you have this much equity in a property, it is dead money because it's tied up in the property. It's not cash flowing. It's not making you any money. So one of the first things I tell anyone that'll listen is look at a HELOC. Look at a way to pull some of that equity out for other investments and other opportunities, because the opportunity cost when you have that much money sitting in a property is just too profound for you not to pull that money out. So assuming you can sell it and you can exercise getting that 1.2 million in equity and using it elsewhere, I love this strategy, especially if you downsize the home you're going to live in and you have all of those other funds to be able to put towards other properties. But just be careful. Make sure you're looking at the Fannie Mae 5% mortgage program that's out right now. It is a great new program that was launched on November 18th of 2023. 5% down, you can buy up to $1.3 million and up to 4 doors. This could be great for you moving forward. You might want to buy a 4-plex, live in 1 unit for now, rent out the other 3, and then just really making sure you're smart with that money that you're getting the equity out of the home you're selling. Is there a 1031 exchange ability? What can you do with those funds to pay as little taxes as you can? So just there's a lot that goes into this strategy, but I think you're on the right track of getting out of that, because $1.2 million sitting while going into markets like we're going to in 2024, I really just don't like that at all. So I think you're on the right track. And if you want further help on this, please DM me or email me or Austin, and we will walk you through further strategies on this. But I think you're on the right track. I love the fact that you're working and getting your high yield savings built up. You have the Roth IRA that's happening. All of these are great things, but you do need to get that 1.2 million working.
I would agree. And something that Alex Hormozy said that I really resonate with is he doesn't invest into the S&P 500, he invests in the SME 500, which means he invests into things that he knows very well because he thinks he can outperform the market by doing so. Sarah, if you do not feel like you can invest into stocks and ETFs and do well, but you instead feel like you are really good at this rental property stuff, you already have 3 rentals, you're cash flowing, it's producing a lot of money for you, and you feel like you can take this equity out of your primary residence after selling it and buying something else, have $500,000 or $600,000 running around here to allocate to something cool that you're very familiar with, like do that. Do what you are familiar with. That is what's really important here. Do not go on and buy some crazy assets that you've never heard of because some guys on the internet told you, like, no. Invest in yourself. Invest in things that you're very familiar with, things that have a long track record of success, and things that you can directly control. So, Robert, I couldn't agree more. The 5% Fannie Mae mortgage there, that is a duplex, triplex, quadplex. Sarah, you are very familiar with real estate. Maybe this is your next move, and it's going to produce more passive income, so you could probably retire even before 2034. Really, really good question.